Look at the artwork.
Yeah. Everything is made by volunteers.
Mr. Scott Delaney, Director of Impacts Management, Dragon Ball 2006 Organizing Chair, Board Member of Yi Hong Community Wellness Foundation, and Mrs. Lily Delaney. Founder and Chair, Yi Hong Community Wellness Foundation, and Mrs. Christine Wong.
Mr. Jack Lee, MP, Toronto Danforth, Leader of the Federal New Democratic Party, and Mrs. Olivia Chow, MP-elect Trinity Spadina. His Worship, David Miller, Mayor of Toronto, and Mrs. Jill Miller.
Ms. Pauline Tong, President, Yi Hong Community Wellness Foundation.
The Honorable David Kaplan, MPP, Don Valley East, Minister of Public Infrastructure Renewal, and Mrs. Lee Kaplan.
Mrs. Florence Wong, Chief Executive Officer, Yi Hong Center for Geriatric Care, and Mr. Samuel Wong.
The Honorable Marianne Chambers, MPP, Scarborough East, Minister of Children and Youth Services, and Mr. Chris Chambers.
The Honorable Mike Cole, MPP, Eglinton Lawrence, Minister of Citizenship and Immigration, and Mrs. Sharon Cole.
Our grand procession. Thank you all for being here. Now we'd like to please ask you to stand for our national anthem, sung by Ms. Abby Marley.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons be, from far and wide, oh, gather thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh,
efforts to improve the overall quality of life for another. As a relatively new member of the Yihong Foundation Board, it is a distinct honor for me to be part of this year's organizing committee. I have enjoyed working with the many talented, organized, and professional volunteers and staff. On a more personal note, I would like to take this opportunity to tell you how I got to know the exciting story of Yihong. I've always had a strong family tie to the Asian Canadian community. My grandmother, like many Canadians, immigrated with her children from Korea to Canada in the mid-1960s. To do so required great sacrifice of herself. I will always be thankful, reflective, and respectful for what must have been a very arduous experience for her. Coming to a new country where she didn't know anyone, where she didn't speak the language, where she had to find a community and establish a home to raise her family. As she ages, I'm continually touched by her kindness of spirit, her wisdom, and her love of family and community. She teaches me something new every time I see her. Behind my grandmother's soft but proud Korean frame are traits and intelligence that all of our seniors have and that we all need to look for and embrace. Thus, I'm a strong proponent of investing in and embracing creative and effective solutions to provide high quality and culturally appropriate health care for all aging Canadians.
Good evening, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen. Celebrating Chinese New Year is, of course, a happy occasion. And this year, many of Yihong seniors, and indeed all of Chinese Canadians, have an extra reason to celebrate tonight because of a historic announcement made in Ottawa 2 days ago. In his first post-election news conference, our incoming Prime Minister Stephen Harper declared his commitment to resolve the Chinese tax issue. In 1885, immediately after the transcontinental CP Railway was completed, realizing the Canadian dream of linking the whole country together, with the most difficult and dangerous part of the job blasting through the Canadian Rockies and thousands of Chinese laborers' lives lost. The Canadian government rewarded the Chinese railroad workers by imposing a racist legislation requiring a head tax of $50 for bringing in their families to Canada. This increased to $500 by 1903. The head tax legislation was replaced by the Chinese Exclusion Act in 1923, banning all Chinese immigration to Canada until 1947, when the legislation was repealed. The 62 years of legislative racism from 1885 to 1947 created so much emotional and financial hardship for our pioneering Chinese forefathers that they and their spouses and their children had to endure years and decades of separation and poverty. The courageous stand taken by the Prime Minister designate is the best legacy we could wish for. On the morning after the election, I invited the Prime Minister-elect to come to Dragon Ball 2006 to make the announcement on the head tax issue and to send greetings to the Chinese community. I am pleased to have with me tonight Jim Flaherty, MP-elect from Whitby, Oshawa, who brings a statement from our Prime Minister-designate Stephen Harper. Can I have Jim here?
It is my pleasure to deliver a message from the Prime Minister-designate, Stephen Harper. I am pleased to offer my New Year's wishes to the Chinese-Canadian community for the Year of the Dog. Canadians of Chinese origin have a rich history in this country, and their culture remains a vibrant and important part of Canada. The Conservative Party has long recognized the terrible historical wrong of the Chinese head tax. It is time for Parliament and the Government of Canada to recognize this grave injustice and to apologize for it. I wish everyone wish everyone health and prosperity, happiness and peace in the coming new year. Kong hei fat choi from Stephen Harper, the Prime Minister Designate of Canada.
Thank you very much, Jim. A fair and just resolution of the head tax issue would finally bring a closure to a dark chapter in Canadian history. There's a lot to celebrate because we have many of the estimated 250 still surviving head taxpayers and their spouses in our Yihong family. For those of us who have worked on this issue for the last 20 years, and many key leaders of the movement are here tonight, including our Centre Board Chair Susan Ng, and our Markham Yihong Executive Director Amy Goh, and her sister Amy Goh, strong long-time Yihong supporters Olivia Chow and Jack Layton. The Chinese New Year this year means so significantly more. We are all proud of this country called Canada, for we have the courage to correct past wrongs, including the resolution of the internment of Japanese Canadians during the Second World War. Collectively as a nation, Canadians tell the world about the nature and essence of our country, the divine values that Canadians hold dear, fairness and justice, not only for the majority, but especially for the minorities and the underprivileged groups in our society. 各位嘉賓、各位朋友，好多謝你今晚嚟2006年呢一屆嘅龍宴。農曆新年係中國人嘅喜慶日子。2日前響太華得嚟嘅喜訊，更加令到加拿大嘅環社區喜上加喜。由1885年開始，加拿大政府響鐵路華工好辛苦咁完成咗呢個橫跨加拿大嘅鐵路之後呢，就設立咗人頭稅，由1885年嘅50蚊加到1903年嘅500蚊，更加響1923年嘅時候呢，就有一個排華法，將所有華人移民係拒諸門外嘅。呢62年嘅種族歧視嘅法案係帶嚟咗我哋先輩同埋佢哋嘅配偶同埋佢哋嘅兒女非常之多嘅苦痛。即將上任嘅加拿大嘅新總理 Stephen Harper 喺今年嘅農曆新年裏邊，佢向加拿大宣布，所有呢個歧視華人嘅人受對嘅苦主將會獲得賠償，而且係會喺國會裏邊咧係做一個道歉嘅。我哋嘅新總理勇敢咁承認咗政府以往嘅錯誤，同埋承諾喺呢個困擾華人好多時嘅人頭稅裏邊畫上一個對號。我哋非常驕傲喺呢個加拿大呢個國家裏邊，因為我哋有勇氣承擔過去嘅錯誤，包括喺2次世界大戰嘅時候，日裔家人被無故禁錮嘅。我哋要向世界所有國家同埋民族去宣佈，加拿大人，我哋係維護公義、和平同埋我哋嘅價值觀。我哋追求平等，特別係為我哋嘅少數嘅族裔同埋其他不幸嘅群眾去追求平等。宜康就係加拿大呢個價值觀嘅典範嚟嘅。喺社區、商業同埋政府部門之下，宜康中心成為耆老嘅安居之所。喺呢度，我祝賀各位喺新嘅一年裏邊健康，萬事勝意。Yihong is a prime example of Canadian value. We remember our roots and our heritage. We remember how and where we come. Together, the community, the public sector, and the government work to show our respect for parents and grandparents, culminated in a world-renowned haven for seniors called Yihong Center. Please now direct your attention to the screens, and we will show you what is happening in all of the Yihong centers each and every day.
People often ask, what is Yihong? There are many ways to answer, but perhaps it is the wrong question. The question should be, who is Yihong? Because the answer is people. People such as Dr. Jose Labrojo, better known as Pepito to his friends. Pepito is 90 years old, a widower, a former dentist, and a man who can teach us all something about contributing to our communities. The proof can be found on his bedroom wall. It's a plaque honoring his volunteer work in the Rotary Club and his astounding 52-year record of perfect attendance. But when his health began to fail, his 8 loving children struggled to care for him at home. He was forced to spend 2 months in hospital, and he could barely walk. Then one happy day, Pepito was able to enter Yihong's Mississauga Center, and here in his new home, he was rejuvenated. Pepito has discovered a new passion.
I discovered a talent I have for watercoloring. I have already filled up nearly 2 volumes.
Pepito has made new friends among his fellow Filipino Canadians, and he enjoys his encounters with all the other cultures that make up the Yihong community. Today, if you ask Pepito what Yihong is, he would simply say, "It is my home." Catherine Wang is a 70-year-old widow with no children of her own. And yet, she does have one member of her family close by, right here at Yihong's Casey Poon Nursing Home at the Scarborough McNichol Center. And that special person will surprise you. You see, Catherine lives in the center's Ah Chan Kam Chi Evergreen Manor, a complex of assisted living apartments. She needs the medical services and some of the care and extra help Yihong offers. Yet here, she is able to have a measure of independence with the confidence that help is only a pull cord away. When Catherine feels low, she keeps her spirits up by staying active. But the highlight of every day is a short walk down the hall to the nursing home to visit her mother. Yes, her mother. Catherine's mother is 92-year-old Xu Ying Chen. They get together to chat, share a few memories, and go for a stroll. It's a touching reminder that time catches up to all of us, and a poignant reminder of how Yihong has become a symbol that spans the generations. It's hard to believe that this smiling and cheerful 81-year-old woman was once declared an enemy of Canada. Even though Sue Kai was born and raised in British Columbia, during World War II she was rounded up along with thousands of her fellow Japanese Canadians and placed in an internment camp. But with that shameful episode in Canadian history behind her, Sue went on to raise 2 sons and embrace 5 grandchildren. But then, last year, everything changed. Sue became terribly ill.
I haven't been sick a day in my life almost, like a real healthy person. And all of a sudden, I had cancer, breast cancer, and then followed by chemotherapy.
In her words, Sue thought she was a goner. But here at Yihong's Scarborough Finch Center, Sue received the care her sons were simply unable to give her, no matter how hard they tried. But it was a difficult and painful adjustment.
But I think I gave the nurses quite a hard time because I was getting some panic attacks and anxiety attacks. But little by little, by week, they gave me such wonderful help that I got better.
Sue does, however, have one complaint.
3 times a day, you get a drink. You can't have pina colada, rum and coke, but you can have orange juice, green juice, apple juice, tea, whatever. And on top of that, you get a snack. No wonder I put on 10 pounds in half a year.
It's been said that Yihong is the gold standard for elder care, respected and admired around the world. But like gold, this glittering beacon of hope comes with a price. Yihong needs the ongoing commitment of its supporters because it's not just about building facilities. It's about delivering the very best care and services to our seniors each and every day. Governments help, but it's not enough. That's why your continuing support is vital. After all, with luck, we will all grow old one day. And one day, with your help, Yihong will be there for you, your family, and your community. So if someone ever asks you, what is Yihong? The answer is you, me, and everyone it serves. Please give generously. And if you want proof of the healing power of the love and care found here at Yihong, well, just try catching up to Sue Kai.
Three remarkable people you just met are 3 reasons to give. They also serve to remind us that Yihong is not just a home for Canadians of Chinese descent. In fact, one thing that I'm most proud of is the great cultural diversity that everyone at Yihong embraces. As you have just seen, our seniors receive the very best care in what I believe are the best facilities of their kind anywhere in the world. Our seniors deserve nothing less. But it is important to remember that Yihong's high standard of care comes with a price that we are willing to pay. Our staffing levels are higher than any other senior homes. As well, Yihong reaches out beyond its walls to serve the wider community by offering home support services to 1,000 senior living in Yihong senior buildings, cancer and palliative care in-home services, healthy senior programs, senior daycare centers, crisis intervention and case management, the senior advocacy program, transportation services, medical clinics and rehab centers, and many other special outreach programs throughout the GTA. We must maintain these programs and on a high level of standards, and there's only one way to do that, because government can only provide so much. So the only way Yihong can thrive and survive is with your generous support. Thank you for your attention and your generosity. I hope you will enjoy a wonderful and unforgettable evening at Dragon Ball 2006. Wishing you all the best in the new year. Thank you very much.
I'm Ron Lennox. I'm publisher of the Mississauga News, Hazel's newspaper. And I'm proud to be that. And I want you to know that before I joined the Board of Governors for Yihong, Dr. Wong had me stay there one night, and it was just a wonderful place before we built the beautiful one we have in Mississauga. And I was in the room, sort of paying no attention, when all of a sudden I heard a scream in the room next to me. And I thought, oh my goodness, what has happened? And I rushed over, and you know what? The Leafs had scored. So everybody was really excited. They didn't do that very often, do they? So I'm going to be handling the auction tonight. You have bid cards at your table. You'll see them there. It's the table number. Those are very helpful. We need those, because it helps the organizers understand which table it is bidding. It doesn't mean that somebody from the sitting table can't bid by waving their hand. So please feel free to bid. And remember, new government, old government, any government, there is no tax tonight. So you're saving right off the bat. 15% saving without even, without going to the store. You get the saving right here from Yihong, and every penny goes to Yihong. So please bid and bid generously. Our first item, and you've heard about Hazel, but I'll tell you, she was voted the second best mayor in the world. And the mayor who placed first hosted the Olympics. So you can see that unless we have the Olympics, maybe she'll never, but she could be first, because she also is on the World Health Organization for United Nations, which we're very proud of. And she's just been presented the Order of Canada, which is very worthy. Hazel, thank you very much. Wearing it proudly. And as of yesterday, one of the most unique things ever, Hazel has her own download as a phone ring. So you can get a phone ring by going to bell.ca, and it says, "This is Hazel, the mayor of Mississauga, answer your phone." And the download's $2, and it all goes to Hazel's hope, because Hazel's fighting AIDS in Africa, which is just amazing. So I'm going to go down and join Hazel for this item and talk to her for a second. Just want to start this off, just so we can have all the business? No, I don't. Okay, Hazel, this is a package that we're giving. Madam Mayor, you have a birthday coming up, February 14th. And you're going to be 85 years young. I wish I could keep up to you, I really do. And you're going somewhere to trip, right?
Yes, we'll be in India.
You're going to India for a trade mission which you're leading?
Yeah, investment.
That's incredible. Well, they don't know what's coming, Madam Mayor. I'm sure, you'll get all the money back. But anyway, I don't want to slight Mayor Miller because he plays the drum in the Ukrainian band, and I love that environment. So, a night out with Hazel. We're going to start the day. A night out with Hazel. Those of you who live in Mississauga and don't bid on this will not get your garbage picked up next week.
And not just any car, but one of the most sought-after cars in North America, a 2006 Pontiac Solstice. This inspired roadster is a real driving machine, delivering the excitement of open-air driving with balanced performance and refinement. Customer response to this vehicle has been overwhelming, with the first 1,000 vehicles being sold in 41 minutes online, following the appearance of the NBC's The Apprentice. We are very excited about the addition of this sports car to our Pontiac lineup. Have a look for yourself. The grand raffle draw will be held following tonight's feature performance, so you still have a little bit of time to buy a ticket for this very, very worthy cause. Thank you very much for your attention. Enjoy the rest of the night. Yihon Corporate Community Champion, the Mandarin Restaurants, represented by Mr. George Chu, Chairman of the Mandarin Charitable Foundation. George. Thank you. Good evening, honorable guests. Your Worship, Mayor McKellen, Mayor Miller, and all the heavyweight politician in town. I'm so glad you can join us here tonight. Let me start with something I'd like to say to Mayor McKellen. Mayor, do you need me to bring some lobster, crab, or shrimp to your dinner? For your information, Ron, about the price of the buffet, if Pittsburgh win this Sunday, the economy is going to go bad, so the price is going to stay. If Seattle won this Sunday, we're going to have a good economic year, so you watch out. Thank you. It is my great pleasure to be here celebrating Dragon Ball and Chinese New Year's with all of you. I'm honored to represent Mandarin family to receive Corporate Community Champion Award. Beginning in 1999, all the members of Mandarin family come together and praise the Yihon. This including everyone from restaurant employee, management partner, to the founder, my brother James, Casey, my wife Diana, and of course, all of our suppliers. Within 5 years, we have all worked hard together to salute our senior. We are able to come up $1 million for Yihon. Over the year, we have taken our management partner to tour the Yihon facility. Each time, we have seen how well the senior being cared for. The facility are not only excellent, but you can really tell the staff treat our senior with loving care. Many of us find the experience of visiting the Yihon Center to be very humble and touching. It makes us be proud of this community. Tonight, the Mandarin family once again come together to support Yihon. I would like to thank all the employees, all the partners, their family, and all the suppliers to join us.
all of... Thank you. Please sit down. You make me cry now. On behalf of all of us at the Mandarin, I would like to thank Pauline Tan, Dr. Joe Swan, and all the staff and the volunteer at EHOM for their dedication. We wish EHOM continued success. Thank you very much.
If you ask me the name of the public figure who most embraces EHOM's ideals, and support EHOM's mission with all her might, that person readily jumps out in my mind. She is none other than our beloved Hazel McCallion, the mayor of the great city of Mississauga. Her achievements are too numerous to list. Her efforts in transforming Mississauga from a bedroom community to such a great city is legendary. Her contributions to Ontario and Canada are tremendous and unparalleled. We all know Hazel's determination is strong as steel. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to show you the soft spot in Hazel's heart for the seniors. Please again direct your attention to the screens.
Everyone knows Hazel McCallion, mayor of Mississauga since 1978. So popular that sometimes no one even tries to run against her. But what many people don't know is that Hazel was an early and dedicated supporter of Yeehong. She was on hand for the groundbreaking of Yeehong's Mississauga Centre and would drop in to see how the work was going. And she presided over the grand opening of the centre, a centre that wouldn't have been possible without her. Hazel has won many honors, too many to list them all.
I haven't had rollerblades on for 5 years, so tonight I took a chance. But for Yeehong, I'll do anything. I'll take a chance.
Last year, she was appointed member of the Order of Canada. And this year, she receives Yeehong's Golden Achievement Award. It's a well-deserved honor. Just ask any of the mayor's constituents at the Mississauga Centre, including Pepito Labrocho.
Mayor Ashton, may I congratulate you and thank you for the wonderful work that you have done for us here at Yeehong. Please accept not only our thanks, but our sincere congratulations on a job well done.
Friend of Yeehong, the Mayor of the City of Toronto, please welcome David Miller.
Thank you very much, Joseph, and everyone for that warm welcome. Happy New Year to everybody. Gung Hei Fat Choi and Gung Shi Fat Chai. I'm not even bilingual in English. It's a real honor to have the privilege of saying a few words to my very good friend, Hazel McCallion. The facts are pretty simple. Hazel was first elected mayor of Mississauga in November 1978 and is the longest serving mayor in the city's history. She was born in Port Daniel on the Gaspé coast of Quebec and educated in Quebec City and Montreal. She served as executive of many federal and provincial committees and associations, including a term as president of the Association of Municipalities of Ontario from 1978 to 1979, and she's now in her 10th term as mayor. And as was noted, in August 2005, Mayor McCallion was appointed as a member of the Order of Canada, but even more importantly, in December of last year, she was voted the second best mayor in the world. I can't imagine a better one. So next year it's first. Those are the facts. But personally, I know Hazel very well. She is a terrific leader, and I'd just like to say three things about her. The first is, like every great mayor, Hazel understands her city completely. She lives and breathes Mississauga, and everything she does is about making Mississauga more successful so it can be the best possible city it can be, and the best city in Canada outside Toronto. That's her first quality. The second quality that Hazel has is integrity. When Hazel gives you her word, it truly is her bond. But the other side of integrity, sometimes you have to say no. And Hazel will tell you when she doesn't agree, and I've had more than one phone call where I pick it up, David, and Hazel's clearly suggesting an alternate path for Toronto, and usually she's right. And the third quality about Hazel, we all know Mississauga, I think, and it's a warm place in our hearts. She has run it so well that it has over a $500 million surplus, and it's growing. So Hazel, I want to thank you for your friendship, acknowledge your leadership and passion for your city, and hopefully all of us who have the honor and privilege of being a mayor in Canada can be lucky enough to follow your example of excellence. Thank you very much.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you this year's Yihong Golden Achievement Award winner, Hazel McCallion. Let's give her a hand. Hazel to say a few words to us, Hazel.
Thank you very much, Dr. Wong. Mr. Mayor, ladies and gentlemen, what a pleasure to be with you tonight. You know, I've been with the Dragon Ball almost 17 years, and I've always been impressed with the generosity of the people that have supported Yihong. I know why, because you have supported such a very worthy cause over the years. And in fact, I came to the Dragon Ball and dreamed about the fact that someday, we would have one of your facilities in Mississauga, and it became a reality. On Mavis Road, we have the Yihong Nursing Home. And when I visited the Scarborough facility, I was so impressed with the tender, loving care that was demonstrated there to the seniors. The way in which they brought the community into the facility, not just a nursing home. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I've visited many nursing homes over the 26 years I've been mayor of Mississauga. And no nursing home meets the service rendered by Yihong in their nursing homes. None. And so tonight I am so honored to have this honor bestowed upon me. Yes, and I want to say that there are two people, as Dr. Wong knows, that made a major contribution to establishing your facility in Mississauga. Andre Mack and my Dr. Joseph Wong, Mississauga. When my secretary tells me that Dr. Joseph Wong is calling, I say, which one? Toronto or Mississauga? And they have provided the leadership that has raised the funds for the facility in Mississauga. And what is so special about the facility in Mississauga is that it services the Portuguese and the Filipinos. But you see, what's so special about Yihong? It is the tradition of the Chinese people. And that is, look after mom and dad and grandfather and grandmother. That's what's so special about Yihong. They've taught us something in Canada, and I hope they never lose it. And I hope it will spread. Their concern for the seniors. I think of the function at the Hershey Center in which I donned my rollerblades to tour around the Hershey Center to raise money for Yihong. I was so surprised. They raised $10,000, and some very generous Chinese resident of Mississauga doubled it. I'll tell you, it took a lot of courage to get on my rollerblades after a number of years, but I did it, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. You know, it is so important that as our population ages, that there are more facilities like Yihong in our municipalities. And so tonight, I want to thank you for the generosity that has been provided over the years. Because you know that your contribution to Yihong is well spent and provides the concern and the tender loving care that is so necessary to those who need that service. And the way in which Yihong has brought the community in to the facilities. So Dr. Wong, I want to say to you, what a visionary, a true visionary that had the vision of establishing these facilities. I hope and pray that far more communities within the Greater Toronto Area will benefit from another facility such as the one that you've established in the city of Mississauga. Folks, we only go this way once. And we either leave a mark on our community with the contribution we make, either through generosity or through providing service in some other way to the community. But you know, it's very important that we leave that mark on our community. Dr. Wong has left that mark on the Greater Toronto Area. Through your generosity and through all the wonderful fundraising programs that he has organized. You know, we are so blessed in this great country of Canada, with a quality of life second to none in the world. Yihong has helped to make it that way. And also to say to you that when we all work together as a team to make sure that nobody suffers, that nobody is in need that can't be looked after, then I think we can sleep better at night. And so on behalf of my citizens of Mississauga and on behalf of the citizens of the Greater Toronto Area, thank you, Dr. Wong, for the contribution you've made. The Chinese, in my opinion, have made a major contribution to Canada, and it's so important that they have been now finally recognized. In my city, they are outstanding in the way that they contribute to all aspects of the community. All aspects of the community. They have integrated like no other ethnic group has in the city of Mississauga. They're involved in everything. So thank God for the Chinese that have chosen this great country of Canada as their home, to the province of Ontario, and especially to my city, the city of Mississauga. Thank you for the honor.
through our troubles. Some have to live with the scars. There's not too much to take in here, or to find that could ever be found. But the sun rolling high over sapphire sky keeps great and small on the endless round in the circle of life. It's a wheel of fortune. It's a leap of faith. It's a grand of And they are here tonight because of Tridel, who were very kind to underwrite the traveling and, of course, the performance. So thank you, Tridel. I had the pleasure of having a tour of the Yihang Center not too long ago. And I did actually meet some of the wonderful people that you saw on the screen here this evening. And I was really quite taken with it. Think of all of the hearts beating in the world at the same time. Think of all of the hearts, the stories they could tell at the same time. Well, thank you. I didn't think my show was over. This must be because of that song about children, and I thank you, whoever you were, for this. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to put them down. A little big for the bouquet or the boutonniere. Just put this here. And I think